that includes behind La Hulk.
What's up, Russia and Bowser? How are you?
Enough. Same thing that's happening with me for that. Well, with the teacher, I was look at the circle, so it's not good. Being very systemic.
We're all good, hopefully. I'm good. You? Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you. Alright, robots open. So I'm gonna do my AFK farming in Roblox while I'm watching videos.
Ideal, that favors
controversial videos.
Men, male power, male dominance, the traditional idea of what a man is.
The patriarchy is a system that oppresses not just women, but everyone.
The patriarchy is like
patriarchy
oppressing women.
People who scared me so much.
This is a way better time for a stream. Well, it's weekend. You know, I have a full-time job. It's usually 3 a.m., 4 a.m. for you. Yeah. Well, I cannot stream when I'm working.
But we're the women mom
Just because it's coming from a woman, coming from women, does not mean
but
that
these
it's
were
not
the no. These were the women, and I speak with really strong conviction. Here,
I'm not a mother, but
okay, I am a mother of 12 years, and I know all of the very, very hard parts of motherhood. And I just wish, as someone who has actually, as the only person here who has gone through this motherhood experience, from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, well, in your case, you share the same time zone as I do.
Wish that the positive aspects of motherhood supersede all of the hard stuff.
Who cares about the motherhood? That has nothing to do with it.
Terrible situation, and having me at 19 made them thankful for that. And a lot of, I mean, something that you said it's society's, I think it's about society's pushing this idea, like demonizing motherhood, and you said that's part of the patriarchy. Well, I would ask you this: don't you think men benefit from women getting abortions because they no longer have to deal with it? They can just sleep around, and if after the woman gets pregnant, oh, she wants to abort it. Cool, now I'm off the hook.
What is the patriarchy?
I don't even know, but that men oppress us, and like
that everything that goes wrong, that men are to blame, and I don't think that's a healthy way.
Very happy to live under this so-called patriarchy.
This word patriarchy, it does not make any sense to me. Women are not oppressed in America. Patriarchal society doesn't bother
well,
primarily.
Right now they're debating there is no wrong reason to get an abortion, so they went into patriarchy for some reason, where like we men, because I'm a man, so I guess I'm part of the group, we oppress women with things, you know. It's definitively not this type of society that bring where we are right now. Oh, really? They make you study that? Honestly, I could not pretend like I know much. Okay, and honestly, the way they just say like what is patriarchy, all these girls know is like men oppressing female. That's the way I see it. They just say, oh, men oppress women. I'm like, okay, well, all right.
Says, as long as it can be all of
like I'm not an activist or anything, right? So I won't go out of my way trying to change things. But I never I don't think a girl should be, you know, I think girls should have equal rights and everything, right? But equal rights in terms of general in life, but of course there is difference between men and women. So like I said, not like I said, but I've been raised to never hit a woman, right? I mean, of course, never hit in normal situation. But if I'm about to get killed by a woman, I'm not gonna just stay there and take the hits, right? But other than that, self-defense. I mean, you can still block and everything, but I will not. I mean, let's be real. Like physically, there is a difference. Of course, there is women stronger than some men's, and there is. I'm just talking in average. In average, men are stronger than females. The average man is stronger than the average woman, I would say. So there is difference, right? So it's okay to have difference and just consider the difference as being something. Now, if you talk about paying people, if it's a non-physical job, I don't believe a non-physical job should have a difference in pay. If you're an engineer like me, girls at my job have the exact same salary as I do. We have brackets and just everyone fit in them, right? At my job, there is no difference if you're male or female. And I think it should be the same for every work that is soliciting your intellect, if you want. Like that does not require like lifting weights and stuff like that, right? But if you tell me a girl that is doing something physical and she's doing less, if like in general she's less efficient, I mean, I guess she should not be paid the same. But if she's the same, if she's efficient as much, then she should be paid the same. At the end of the day, like let's say you do an 8-hour shift and you have to do like X amount of stuff, and you do this stuff the same as another guy, well, then you should be paid the same. Even if it took you longer to do that thing, if at the end of the day you reach the same goal, I mean, whatever, right? But of course, if it was like, let's say construction workers, right? Well, it will not be calculated, but I don't know, like depending of what you do, of course, there is a lot of job in construction that is not really requiring physical labor that much. Like you can be a painter, you can be I don't know, drilling. The job can still be separated. And as I said, there is strong women as well in construction. There is some women that are pretty strong, and that will make no difference. They will be stronger than another man that will also be in the same field. Anyway.
A woman in it. I'm not bothered.
The feminist movement is inherent.
But most of the time, the little annoying part about the salary thing is often it's like a girl that went on maternity like 3 times. She got 3 kids. She has basically 2.7 years less than 2.7 years less than someone else. Well, 2.7 years is it making sense what I'm saying? No, it's 27 months, not 2.7 years. So 2 years and 3 months less than someone else. So of course 2 years less of experience mean you will have a lower salary. But today, and at my job, for example, there is also a paternity, and you can split. A girl could have only 1 month of maternity, and the guy could do 8 months of paternity. And in that case, the guy would have a lower salary if he's always taking the paternity rest, right? So, I don't know. Anyway, it's just a controversial kind of subject here, but I was watching this video. I don't know if Jubilee will
In any shape or form, it
copyright me, but yeah.
does not benefit Black women. And the darker your skin is, the more you are used. I call us Black women as the bullets for the feminist movement.
If we're talking historically, if we're talking how feminist movements started, it was an exclusionary movement.
Absolutely.
If we go back to the suffragettes or even further, Black women were not allowed to join in that effort because they really weren't fighting for Black women.
Until we were used as bullets.
Right.
If we're not being used, we can't be part of the movement.
They did use Black women. They used Black women's efforts because most of the most achievements of feminism, you're right, like most of the achievements of feminism have been done by Black women, and white women have stepped in and taken the credit. So like people who do identify as feminists, especially those of us who are white,
What is the
As
next
a black
question?
woman who identifies as a feminist, my work centers black women. So to say
The
that,
feminist
you know,
movement
of
is
course, like,
inherently
white women were
racist.
able to
What?
vote for black women. Like, the feminist movement.
What? The feminist movement is inherently racist? What does a race has anything to do with the equality of gender, of sex, equality between men and women, equality between people? Why is the race now a factor? I know the girl talked about like we use like they were using the black girl as bullets or whatever she said, because they're using them to like every today the person that cannot speak is someone like me, a cis white man, right? Hetero guy that is white as the worst cannot speak because we're the most privileged. I don't know how to say this word, but you understand. Privilege people, so we cannot say a thing. So in the other way, a black woman is basically the most. What's the other way? The most oppressed? I don't know.
Was inherently racist, but
I took syrup to go to bed yesterday. I took syrup again this morning. I took ibuprofen as well.
how
I see you fishing right in front of me to be on the
the
stream.
community that I've built around myself of black feminists, we
Well,
see.
why label it feminism?
Well,
Why not just
you can
why
label
not
it
just
whatever you
label
want.
Yeah, it's always about the labels. You know, that's maybe a controversial opinion, but I think if the word feminist was another word, people would not be that much into it. Like speaking too much about it and like pushing it too much. I think just the fact that it has the femme as a female inside of it, it just went to something else. If it was really just about equality, about sex, it should not be called femme something, right? It started like that because it was to raise female rights to reach the same as male because it's still not equal, but to make it equal. But just because it's called feminist, I feel like people are going too much onto it. I think if it was called like equalist or something like that, there will be more male and other people into it. But it look like you can only be a girl to be feminist these days. Yeah, masculinism would be just. It would be guys trying to. I mean, it started like that, right? Because if women has no rights, well, they did not have much rights, right? Back in the day, they still. We could argue that they still don't have all the rights, but I mean, I don't know. Okay, I'm not. I'm not studying this. I don't know how much rights they're missing. I don't know which one. They have the rights that I care about for sure, and I don't even care honestly. I don't care about voting and that stuff. I don't even do it myself. So I guess yeah, there is not much rights that I feel like they don't have that I don't. At least that I use. I don't use anything. I just work, get money, and live my own life, right? Everyone can do that. So you can have child, you can have, you can live your life. So I don't know. But anyway.
Black, helping other black women.
I affirm you, and I see that the semantics.
I really don't understand why feminism and racist is really together.
Because feminism was.
And also, you can see that the way they're speaking about it, it's just crazy like nonsense. There is no. Damn, my voice. There is no like. Pat. It's not like, hey, this is a question. All right, let's answer this question. They're talking about around the subject, but there is no like proper lead. I just do school. It seems pretty cool out there. Yeah, I know, right?
But you
It's still racist,
but
you're not
racist.
racist.
So if you
But
are
you're not racist and
and
you have issues.
have
What does okay?
issues that you want to be working towards for black women, that doesn't mean that you're inherently being racist or help.
What is she even saying? I do the same face as this girl. I mean, you don't see it because of the thing, but like, what are you even saying?
White women. I think feminism exists on a spectrum.
We're talking about semantics, we're talking about terms. They evolve and they change. Ideologies change. And I think that feminism is evolving and changing. And I think it's because of the work of people like you. And so that's why I can confidently say
It's evolving. It's not evolving. I think
So now they're talking about evolution.
it's evolving.
Hey, what's up, Ray? I would say Ray. I don't know how to pronounce the rest.
I think third wave feminism. I mean, by all accounts, I see, again, have a very powerful black mother, very feminist black mother, and no one wants to say they did life wrong, but she's saying, man, I wish I could have taken care of myself. I wish I could have done this. And I love how you get your hair done and you get your makeup
Yeah, it's mostly just drama.
done and your soul. And she says it, like she wasn't there in the household to raise us. Like that's motherhood.
I stream Roblox again. Yeah, for now. I don't know. I'm sick, sorry about my voice. I don't know. I don't know how long. I don't know if I will keep streaming Roblox. I might switch and stuff, but for now, yeah. Also, I'll be right back. Yeah, 2 minutes. Mostly want to try some good stretching. What about the game you made on Roblox? They updated the player. They updated the Roblox. What was the name? Their application a couple of times, and a lot of scripts I made are just being out of date. So every time they change their way of doing things, the code is just being messed up, and I'm tired. And nobody care about my game. It's just too complicated for kids. So yeah, I stopped it. Roblox Studio, yeah. A lot of the scripts I used, a lot of the function I used were not up to date anymore, and it's just annoying. And I just don't care enough. What's my username? There we go. You can click on my profile there.
Fighting every single day for women's rights to come home and be exhausted by the time she gets home and be able to have another, you know.
When I scroll my own social media feed, I rarely see a powerful woman highlighted who is not an ethnicity. It's true.
Are using them as pawns?
Yeah, using them as pawns.
100%.
A lot of big brands are now hopping on this, modern feminism bandwagon.
Gold is the other
I
robot,
don't agree with
Russia.
what modern feminism is.
This
but,
robot is power.
a lot of
Gold is the
brands
other
now-
robot.
And I'll just say, a big brand that comes to mind is Dove. Diversity is always a good thing. However, for years, have not seen any kind of a ad campaign from the brand Dove speaking to women's empowerment that includes a woman that looks like us. What modern feminism
A woman that
lacking,
took fly
I
house
think,
like
is
them. What?
genuine
So
respect
there is
and
different type of women's now.
for all women.
If you felt
So even in the women's there is difference. I mean, I understand like black girl, white girl, but it's nothing to do with women's. It's just general people. Like it's also happened with men's. But anyway, I just think a woman is still a woman.
feminism didn't
Other women look like true.
of women, that you still identify as a feminist?
Yes. Yes.
Well, I mean, the entire time everyone was talking, all I was thinking was, wow, I'm so sick of all these labels and all these different intersections, and these days there's more intersections than genders, and I'm just like, all these...
I assume Sarah is ES. And I assume you want pets from me? What is happening? Okay, nothing is happening, I guess. I don't know who that person is. But I'm fishing.
These identity politics groups, we're just pitting each other against each other. Race keeps getting brought up. I know it's brought up in the prompt for this one, but in every single other one. And I don't even think about this. I don't even think that I'm not being represented.
Yeah,
in
probably
the past.
won't piss,
I don't
true.
care. It just said I don't. I am me.
Yeah.
Probably,
I don't care.
spamming everyone in the
Thank you for letting me
list.
know that. You always feminists always know best for me. That's what I've noticed. It's a trend.
I mean, I'm
So it's you? You wanted to trade? You don't want pets, but you wanted to trade, so you want to give me pets?
just pointing out that you are a privileged white woman who has not had to see the lack of diversity.
A privileged white woman. I did not want pets. What then? I mean, he probably want to give me something, I guess. What does wanting to trade mean? Trade meaning he wants to offer something, or if you offer something, yeah. I'm not looking to trade my pets though. Okay. Like, the thing with trading is there is always a loser side, right? So the thing is, I cannot be fooled. So he's gonna lose if he's trying to trade with me. So it's better that he don't trade with me, because I'm only gonna accept if it's on my favor, right? If it increase my stuff, yes. But if it does not increase anything, I'm not gonna just trade my best bets. What is he doing now? He's still sending me trades, and I bugged. I don't even have pets anymore. I cannot even trade anymore. It break the trade. Oh, I cannot even close it. It break my game. Well, my game is broken. A new server. Yeah. I guess I'm back to the same server since you're in this server. Frosty Peak. Frosty the Snowman. Dang, I cannot even. I guess I have to be careful about not accepting trade while I'm fishing.
When we step into a room filled with other white people, we don't notice that it's other white people. But when women of color have stepped into rooms...
What is this subject? And now it's talking about women of color and women...
and they see that it's just a bunch of other white people.
Also, intersectionality is not just about diversity, and it's certainly not about diversity in ad campaigns. It's about how poor women can afford to drive to another state to get an abortion, but rich women can. It costs more money to drive to get an abortion than it would take to raise that kid. Well, but that's the thing, right? Like, if you don't have the money to drive to get an abortion, how are you going to have the money to raise that?
We are men, so we cannot understand their own language. So we can understand their own language. I mean, own language, so you mean their language. We need a female viewers to guide us. Do you hear what they say, or the sound is too low?
Why should we be forced into motherhood?
Feminists don't appreciate.
I mean, I should switch the game around. Let's put the video on the left side instead, so you can see at least the subtitle. You can hear, alright. Oh, I'm done with this part. Sunset Shore, Sunset Shore, Sunset Shore. Yay! Whee! Next area. Look, I'm 19 legendary on 27, and I'm like not even halfway through. So the legendary will be easily done. Alright.
All that men do for society.
Okay, this one I'm curious. Feminists don't appreciate all that men do for society. So these one are the feminists, these one are anti-feminist. So I assume the 4 anti-feminists will go up, and 1 feminist will go there, something like that. 4-1 probably.
Society.
Okay, 4 anti-feminists.
Okay.
Not a
So,
single
feminists-
one. Okay, I was about
feminists demonize men, they hate men, all men are trash.
Yeah.
They say they hate men while simultaneously trying to become men. They hate them for having power and the patriarchy, so they're trying to overtake it. But a lot of women will talk
True.
about rape culture. But guess what? Guess who's going to protect you from bad people? A man.
We
Women are
need
nurturers.
men.
We need men.
It's as simple as that. It's a God-given.
Where can I find these girls? Like today is just everyone hating men. I mean, a lot of girls are hating on. Bruh, when it's my turn, will you be willing to trade a tough fat? No. Sorry, Adai. But I only have 3, and they are my best bet. They are my best bet. I don't see why I would trade my best pet. I don't understand. Why would I trade my best pet for something else? Unless you give me something better. But if you should give me something better, you don't need my best pet. So I don't, yeah.
Rights for men to exist the way they were assigned.
What's up,
to
BX?
exist. We need men. It's very simple. We need men to procreate.
Like, I don't want, when I say yes to all of this, right? We also need women. I'm just saying, right? I don't want to sound like, oh yeah, we men are better than everyone, right? We need men and women. That's all I'm trying to say.
Create. We need men to provide. We need men to produce.
Like, it's just, like, again, men or women are different, but we need each other. Like, let's stop just fighting over all the... Why do you have a YouTube at the end of your name? YouTube equal YouTube.
We need men to go to war and die. We need men. It's so bad now that they're so scared of us, they're terrified all the time. I go on dates with men, they're like, am I allowed to open the door? Can I not open the door? Can I touch it? Can I pull the chair out? What can I do? And they're shaking, they're sweating, and you're just like, be yourself. Just, it's okay. They're so afraid of doing anything wrong. Someone
Is a YouTuber, if you could call that, maybe streamer, I guess. Wait, you don't know I'm streaming? Bro, when it my turn sub games, will you be willing to trade it? Oh, he was not talking about. I thought it was a viewer. Give me like 3 options. How much subs do I have? 4,000 or 5,000? 4,000, right? Where can I see my amount of subs? Live streaming. Sub game events. True. 4,000. Yeah. I didn't reach a 5,000. Okay. I'm the blue one. Let's say I'm the blue one, that's simple. Sub games lands, sure.
much so they're now the most lonely demographic in the world, right? Like the straight white men I heard are now the most lonely because they just created incels, you know. They don't want to leave their apartment or their house because they're so afraid of women.
Well, I mean, I don't think we're afraid of women. It's more like we're being portrayed as bad people all the time. I'm a blue boy. I would not say being afraid, but yeah.
I'm not on board with this trend, especially happening in schools right now. There is a trend where they are raising up the girls. Girl power, girl boss, girl this, run like a girl in the best way
You're gonna see
possible.
vomit.
That's now it's dangerous. It is dangerous because yes, we want to uplift our women. That's the right thing to do so that men and women do maintain equality. But at the same time, by raising the girls, we are forgetting about our boys.
Yeah, they want to solve inequality by enforcing more inequality. And if women were equal to men, then why do the girls need to be raised up so much? Why?
I guess I should hide my pets so I don't have people
and dominating their sports,
asking to trade all the time.
What the other waves of feminism?
Because I need to gather pets, not trade them.
Women, because guess what? You're not
Not lose my best pets.
I've never even felt unequal, so I don't even know what the problem is. I feel like a lot of people.
You see, she's exactly like I'm saying. She never felt unequal because she can live her life like anyone else.
Just want to have a reason to be upset and outraged. I also just don't identify with all these identity politics groups. I think they're being pit against each other, separating all these different people by race, class, gender, everything, sexual orientation.
True.
And I look at people as individuals.
Exactly.
On that note, let's have the disagreeer step forward.
Every person is
There's a
different.
difference between not appreciating men and pointing out the inequities that have been systemically put in place to favor men, especially white straight men.
There we go. Especially white straight men. Because if you're a gay man, you don't have rights. If you're not white, you're different. Like, it's always white straight men. We're the worst.
Difference between hating men
and not to be controversial or anything, but of course it has to be a girl with blue hairs. It's gonna say something like that, always a small minority that always push their beliefs.
That there
that's the thing though with these kind of things, right? It's always the small portion, the extremists that are talking a lot, because everyone else just don't care enough, right? So let's say I like chocolate, right, and I want to eat more chocolate. I'm not gonna go in the street and scream like, hey, I want more chocolate, right? But there is extremists that will go like out there and start screaming in the streets, we want more chocolate, and all of a sudden there will be people like, oh wow, people want chocolate. Well, no, only 4 people want it. It's just they scream louder than everyone else. It's always like that.
I want to talk about.
It's just that these guys are the one that really want the change, and they're the one talking all the time, so they're the one pushing it. But it does not mean there is million of them. It only means that they are speaking.
This concept of protection.
And it's easy with media, social media nowadays,
Who are they protecting us?
to have a voice.
They're bad men.
Exactly.
Or bad women, bad anybody.
I could drive a car and.
It was a rhetorical. I guess.
No, I understand the point you're trying to make. That's why I said what you wanted to say.
Finish. So then two benefits.
Of course she has to... Oh shoot, I just click on it.
And that's
I hate when I click and it just moves the thing by mistake.
predicated on get to be positioned men's bad behavior.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'm still on the same
I
one.
understand the point you're trying to make. That's why I said what you wanted to say.
So then two
Like, of course, this girl is speaking and the feminist one has to interrupt her. When I say feminist, I mean like the bad one, not the real feminism. But anyway,
benefits from men's bad behavior.
the one that just hate on men instead of just wanting to be equal.
Good men as well, right? They get to be positioned as the good guys, good apples. They're the good apples, and that is predicated on the bad behavior of men. Look at being a good person and protecting women. Who cares? We should not be praising people based off comparing them to bad people.
But I don't benefit from being a good girl. I don't get your.
You don't benefit for being a good girl. I don't benefit for being a good guy either. I don't benefit from doing anything. You can be a bad person or a wrong person and you're still gonna not benefit from anything other than you can scam people if you're a bad person, and you will have a better life actually, as long as you don't get catch. Thank you, Odai, for the subscription. Oh well, I assume Odai is The one that were in Roblox.
What you have to say as a feminist. Other feminists agree with it and are like, yes, go girl
There
boss.
are
They
good
do.
people on
Become a
Earth,
bad
and
girl.
people on Earth. We're
True.
always going to have that. That would never change. It's in every animal kingdom. So we need the good man to protect us from the bad man.
To go off of what you said, because you said when women are sexually assaulted, they turn to another man.
Women are
Both of the
sexually assaulted. Well, not only women are being sexually assaulted, but I mean, sure, a vast majority of people being assaulted are women. I would assume. It's not like women are pretty enough to get that. I mean, if women were prettier, no. I mean, look how much like there is a difference in society where men's and like how girls are being flirted on compared to men's. Women's never get attention. Girls are not. There is a difference anyway. You feel honor. You're not famous or that your name Poopa on Instagram. What? And yeah, you found it. You don't know,
School
sure.
domestic violence counselor. I work with rape victims every single day. They don't turn to men to protect them. They don't.
I
They
didn't say they
turn.
turned it.
Well, of course, if you got raped by a man, you're not gonna go to a man after that. That's for sure. I understand that.
For them. I was saying
No,
like,
that you
It's hard to trust. Like, of course, if I've been abused by a woman, I'm not gonna go like meet a woman. I will maybe not trust every woman as much as I did before.
if you're walking home alone at
You,
night.
you can, but the thing is, you can never know. Anyone can be a bad person. Like, the more you grow, the more you feel, you see that people are really bad in general. That there is so much hide and stuff.
I don't turn to another man. I don't. I turn to other women.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
appreciate men that, like, I love a man that knows his place.
I love a
house.
man that
Yeah,
knows his
repair
place.
that.
Build the
Because
house,
I'm a
repair
goddess,
that.
like-
What the heck? That's a feminist girl here that's speaking. Repair that because I'm a goddess. That's exactly not feminism. She's like, hey, yeah, do this, do that for me. Like, it's basically just privilege. She's just like, do everything for me. You know your place. Like, she's
If
crazy.
you have,
Yeah, walking home alone at night.
Look at
I
that.
don't turn to another man. I don't
Imagine a
turn to
guy
other
saying
women.
this.
yeah, I appreciate
Yeah, I appreciate men.
men that, like, I love.
Like, I love a man that know his place, and his place is just a dog, basically. You know, a worker.
Love a man that knows his place. Build a
Build a house. Yeah, build a house.
Yeah.
And then she
repair that.
say, repair that because I'm a goddess.
Because I'm a goddess. Like, if you need to hold your weight in the relationship. Like,
I appreciate men. I love men. Well, you appreciate slaves. It's not men. You appreciate someone that worked for you.
appreciate men. I love men. Like, you know, just like you said, you know, you have a husband, you want to cook for your husband, you make sure that he's good. Men have roles in society as well. Feminist is
At least she did say she want to cook for him, so there is, at least it's better. If it's just one side, yeah. If she's like, oh yeah, repair that, build that, and I'm gonna do that and do that, I mean, that one I understand. If you want to go in the path like, okay, man's gonna do the physical labor, and I'm gonna be cooking and cleaning, for example, it's also physical labor, but you know, less heavy if you want in terms of like weights in general. I can understand like an exchange of service. That one I would agree.
anything you want it to be as a woman.
Yeah, if a man say the first sentence she said, no one's gonna say anything because she's a feminist. But if you were to say, I love a girl that know her place, then
I'm promiscuous because I'm a feminist, but you can also
I'm
be
promiscuous.
conservative.
Wait a second. I need to know what promiscuous mean. Wait, I cannot do the research in this one, right? Promiscuous. I'm not an English speaker, so having or characterized by many transgender sex. What? Having or characterized by many transgender sexual relationship, having sex with trans, demonstrating or implying or an undiscriminating or unselective approach, indiscriminate or casual. demonstrating or implying an indiscriminating or unselective approach. What does it mean someone is promiscuous? Having or involving many sexual partner. I mean that's a nice word, but I don't feel like maybe the second one something indiscriminate. I mean that one I could understand, I guess. Maybe she was pushing this one. She's having let's say unselective approach. No, it's not unselective. It's the other way around. She has a selective approach. I don't know. I don't get it. But I think it's maybe something like that she wanted to say. And discriminate, similar and discriminate. Something like that. Like she's been discriminated because she's a feminist. That one I would maybe understand.
Because I'm a feminist. Modern day.
But that's the thing with the people that, militate for that kind of stuff. They really try to learn terms a lot. They like to launch terms, but not really know what they're saying. Like, again, patriarchy, they like this word, but they don't even know the definition for half of them.
And feminism is about you and what you make it, and not what someone 50 years ago said it was. But I don't praise men because they aren't. Like,
I agree with everything you said.
I don't praise because they're not great.
Exact thing. Like, I disagree with that prompt because I do appreciate men. I don't think that feminists don't appreciate men. I think that's not true.
Like the person who taught me to be the feminist that I am was my father. My father did not raise me to believe that I was less than because I was a woman. He raised me to understand that I am societally disadvantaged, but he told me that I was going to rise above that.
My house with my father, my mom was so strong.
She's a phoenix.
So emasculated, he cannot do anything. He stopped working. He became just like a couch potato, right? Like he just went out there and kill it. And we are destroying families, because look at me. I'm in my 30s. I'm not settled down. I don't have children. I don't have the family that I want so terribly.
The thing with this quest is every time you go to the higher region, the epic changes lower. So right now 55 is super long. I only got 11. It was 10%, now it's 3.9. It's triple less. It's so crazy.
That I was raised with.
They speak about the same drama in whatever podcast if you're interested, which I don't know. I'm not.
Always tend to
I was just curious to see that one, but
right. Like, I know what's right. I know because I saw it.
like in my day to day, I don't care enough, honestly.
Everything was so powerful.
And I know that I will, saying what I just said will bother a lot of them. They'll be like, "That's their problem. They're not bothered by it. They don't want to do anything." Blah blah. Well, I have the same feeling as the other girl said. I don't think in day to day they have it so bad.
The idea that
Like, if a girl do the same thing as I did, go to school, do 7 years and a half of engineering study, she would have the same job as I do right now, the same pay, and then could live the same exact life as I'm doing. I don't see why being a man changed something here. Maybe in other aspect, yes, but like I said, someone that would do the same exact thing as me in their life will reach the same thing. And it's even easier to be a female in the engineering space because they will hire you way easier. At my job, if you're a girl, you have more chance to be hired than if you're a guy. But their podcast, yeah, the men podcast kind of thing, I guess. Or the
that
girls.
is killing men.
That's killing me.
It is killing men.
One of them died because they need to go back to working.
The pressure of it.
What the heck was that?
We need to
Do you understand that this is killing men?
It is killing men.
one of them died because we need
Well, let them die because they need to go back to working. That's feminism for you.
They need to go back to working.
The pressure of it.
Wait, that's anti-feminists that say that, I think. So, okay, maybe it's not a feminist that say that. Alright.
Right? The
The
pressure.
pressure of it is destroying their mental health. That's why men are 6 times more likely to commit suicide than women are. Especially men in committed relationships. Men in their
Well,
40s
6 times.
that are married with
The
families
6 times most likely is also because men are treated like shit nowadays. A man need to provide something to be liked. Girls too, let's be honest, but less. They don't need to provide as much.
the highest risk for suicide.
But it's killing men because we have generations and generations of boys who were not raised to be men and rise to that occasion.
It's killing men because we are not in a position capitalistically where we can have men be the one single head of the household, the bread earner, the decision maker. We are no longer in the 1950s. Our economy is not able to handle that kind of that.
The thing is, the economy is also like a social thing, right? Like the way we decide that back in the day people could live with only the man working and the woman being at home, it was doable. Like it's not like it wasn't possible. The only thing is they decided that okay, we're just gonna make everything pricey, but not the salary anymore. Not increase the salary as much or as other expenses. And now the two people need to work. But if tomorrow they decide, okay, women cannot work anymore, they're going back to the house, and we double the salary of every man, it will still work. You know, it's not like it will be impossible. It's just that of course companies and everything want the most workers they can. So the government want most people to be working. So today it's not possible, but I'm just saying it's not like it will be impossible to do. I don't say we should do it, but I'm just saying anyway.
That kind of nuclear family.
2 men or 3, and then the whole table is full of women with different opinion. But anyway, some drama. They were funny. I think I know what podcast you're talking about. The one on TikTok, right? I mean, it's probably on YouTube in the first place, but yeah. I'm not a big fan of it. It's just more. There is always extremists, right? There is also the men that just think they're, like men should be like that, blah blah blah. Yesterday, because I watched this one right now, but yesterday I was watching Trans Men, and then the one before I don't remember, but they made some little middle ground videos like that. Thank you, Jasper, for the sub.
With the man being the head of the household, the stay-at-home moms and the
Do I have 2 alerts? Do you think that's what is happening here? Why do I have 2 sounds every time? I have alert and events. I think I'm gonna remove the events. That's probably what happened here. It's Jasper. I think he sent a message earlier. Oh no, maybe not.
Stay at home mom.
No,
I do work, and so I do have perspective.
Do you think I will be done with the quest at the end of the day?
Or relationship with a partner of anyone. Yes, you're going to have disagreements, but you also have to understand that each person in that partnership does have roles, because that is how a healthy family functions.
Only women should make laws about women's.
Only women should make laws about women's body. The thing, if I were to choose as a man what a girl should do with a woman's body, like that's the thing, right? Logically, women should be the one choosing what they do with woman's body. But the thing is, my opinion is any girl should be able to do whatever they want with their body. Any girl or guy, anyone should be able to do what they do with their body. So in that perspective, why would I not be able to say, hey, I want a girl to do whatever she wants with her body? She wants to have an abortion, she can have an abortion. She wants to pierce, she wants to tattoo, she wants to do whatever she wants. It's her Or body. I mean, I don't like the word body as well, because a body. I know, like, I'm not. I don't believe in spirits and stuff, right? So for me, body is always separating you from something else. But your body is just you. Like, you don't have a body and you have something else. The body you're speaking about is you, literally. So only women like bodies. It's not really about bodies. It's just you should be able to do whatever you want with whatever you have. You have the choice over yourself. Not to be discriminating, but I trust men doing a lot more. Yeah, but the laws about woman's body. So of course, in that prospect, I would say, okay, sure, let's women decide, right? I mean, sure. But at the same time, if every people would be, in my opinion, I would say I would not mind that men's vote for that. Because if the consensus is just to say, well, you can do whatever you want with your body, no matter if you're a girl or a man. I don't think the woman body here should be the subject. I just think anyone body. I don't think there should be a different law if you're a girl or if you're a guy. I just think that at the moment it affects your body, you choose what you want with it. It's you. Yes, it takes forever. The diamond quest is so dumb. I mean, the fishing quest in itself is just so crazy. I mean, this game is just they just like to waste people time when a man should be making laws about body. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what they're gonna say about that.
Body.
For sure. Okay, let's try to guess. The four feminists will for sure go in front. Okay, only women should make law about woman body. Only women. On these things, I think they will agree that men should maybe vote, should maybe be part of it. But the thing is about woman's body. Like I said, I just think it should be about bodies in general. You can decide whatever you want, right? I will expect 4 on this and 2 on this. Let's see. Then we'll go stand up. I say 4 on left, 2 on the right.
I'm gonna add a minor caveat to this, and
I was so wrong.
entirely just women.
3 feminists and no one else. Okay, let's see what she's gonna
should
say.
Make laws about women's bodies, and I think it's more important.
Thank you, Jerome, for the sub. I think I heard the sound twice again, but I think it come from my. What is this here? Browser. YouTube chat. Yeah, I think it's just my Streamlab that is broken. There is not much of guessing about the stream. Well, one of them did not go up.
That people who are educated on the female body are the people who are allowed to make laws about the female body. Like, we shouldn't have lawmakers making laws stating, oh, abortion is completely...
Oh, the 4 of them went.
Even if it's an ectopic
So I think I was right about the 4 of them.
can reinsert that fetus. No, you're killing people if you make that kind of stupid law.
It doesn't mean that any of our male lawmakers can't be involved.
And frankly, I think they need to be a little bit more involved. Some of them are slack.
Yeah.
So let me just. The question is, only women should make laws about women bodies, right? The 4 of them step forward saying yes, only women should make law. But then what they're talking about is everyone educated about women bodies should. So their point, literally, when they went there, is not only women should be making laws about women body. So they don't agree. But They wanted to talk. They wanted to state their points. So they went. They're supposed to only go there if they agree with the sentence, which is only women should make laws about women's body. But
No, it's illegal even if it's making or allowed for bodies, and clearly just women. Minor caveat to this, and not
minor caveat, and that's it. Like entirely just women should make law.
women's bodies, and
So she's literally just moving. She's just like, oh, let's put an asterisk to that. And no, I don't agree with the sentence, and there is why. And she's right though for her points, but the question was, binary. Let's use words. The question was 0 or 1. It was, do you think only women should make laws about women bodies? And then she's like, no.
I think it's more important that people who are educated on the female body are the people who are allowed to make laws about the
So
female
she does say people, not females.
body. Like, we shouldn't have lawmakers making laws stating, oh, abortion is completely...
Again, I agree with what she's saying though. But she should not be sitting there right now.
completely illegal, even if it's an ectopic pregnancy, you can reinsert that fetus. No, you're killing people if you make that kind of stupid law.
It doesn't mean not any of our male
I'm just trying to understand why the subject switched to that, but
lawmakers can't be involved.
And frankly, I think they need to be a little bit more involved.
Some of them are slack. Yes.
because to me it just feel like they wanted to talk, so they're there.
Down. Yeah, and I think there are a lot of men who hold a lot of power, who are on our side, who are not doing enough.
Let's see what they're gonna say now.
I think you.
Oh, there we go. I like that. She's going like,
I want to say something
it's funny.
because I think you.
All spoke for us, and she basically understood that. Hey, by the way, you guys should not be sitting there.
Us, because I think you all agree that everyone should be involved in making this law.
Exactly. That's the funny part. What's up, Leaf? Hey, it's been a while for you too.
Men can be women these days.
Men can't be women if they actively identify as men.
Whoa, what?
And men can be women.
And men can be women these days. Okay. Everyone should be involved in making these law. And now she's like, we need men. You see how simple that was. And men can be women these days. Men can be women if they actively identify as men. Oh man.
Women if they actively identify as men. That's not a thing.
I currently identify as a man.
Okay, then you're a man.
I identify as a rich person. Where's my million now? Give me my money. Come on.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you agree?
Congrats. Oh well, that's better now. She's a white man. She can just leave that panel.
These laws
She's
that
have too much privilege.
are specific about our bodies, shouldn't the originators of that bill talking about our bodies be women?
Maybe I should identify as a black woman.
I don't think we should think about men versus women. I think
Exactly,
it's
not men
Well,
versus
men
women.
versus women, but of course men are going to be involved with creating laws and putting laws in place. But when we're
Dang,
talking
you
about
me.
language, when we're talking about verbiage,
Just wait a moment, Russia, so I can send you all my credential in private,
preferably,
so you can just steal my
be
identity.
involved, yeah, be at the forefront of what these laws are.
I
I think it's less about a man versus a woman and more about the way society is now versus 50 years ago. People that you didn't even vote for, that are spending lifelong terms in Congress and stuff. You know, that's more of an issue to me than worrying about if a man or a woman wrote this law or bill.
Checks and balances to our government. I wanted to ask you, would you? I'm a woman. I'm 100% pro-life.
Oh, you're a woman now?
I identify
She's
as right
gender
now.
fluid.
I'm switching back.
Yeah, she's gender fluid. I'm switching right now. I like her though. Because she's literally just saying, well, I can just identify what I want at any point of my life. And all of a sudden, you know, she's laughing about what they're saying. And I agree with her.
Very fluid by the hour.
But,
Would you be okay with, so I'm a woman now, for now,
for now.
and I'm very pro-life. You're okay with women like me making these laws? Because you disagree with the outcome there. I'm assuming you're pro-choice, right?
But the law is, if we're talking about Roe v. Wade, right?
Yeah.
The
Wait,
law,
what?
But
The law is
if we're talking about
if we're talking about Roe v. Wade. The heck is this? Roe v. Wade. Was a landmark decision of the U.S. Supreme Court in which the Constitution generally protected a right to have an abortion. Protect the right to have an abortion. Yeah, okay. It does. It just gives the right to people to have an abortion. I agree. Again, you can do whatever you want with your body. And of course, the girl is the one having the baby. You cannot be a man and a woman and then let's say I want a baby, right? And my girlfriend does not want a baby. I cannot force her to have one. She's the one that would carry and she's the one who would get damage in his body, in our body about it and everything. She don't want a baby. She cannot, that's literally the type of discussion you should have with someone when you first met them, right? When you're in the first weeks of dating with someone, you should talk about, do you want child? Do you want kids in the future? If she say no and you want kids, well, you should just find someone else, right? That's the point. It's important. If she don't want kids, you're not gonna let her having babies and go against her will.
Yeah, the law is not about your ideal for life. It's about abortion. It's about bodily autonomy.
What's up, Ted?
If you don't want to get an abortion, fine. That's what it's all about. It's your choice.
I want to sort of reverse it and ask you the question: should there be laws about women's bodies where there is no women involved? Because that's it.
Should there be laws about women's body where there will be no women involved? What?
Law. Right, but we live in a system of government where there are states' rights, and I live in California, and guess what? I don't agree with anything on government.
How do they know if it's only women that voted? I mean, life in general been well, but I'm sick right now, so it's not too well, but well in general.
I don't agree with the majority that is in our state legislature, yet I live here and I choose to live here, and if I have a problem with the laws, then I have the opportunity to move to a different state.
All the people who don't have the opportunity to move to a different state.
Everyone has opportunity to work, to make a life for themselves here in America. What I love about America is that this is the only place on earth that you can work and achieve based on your merit.
I was raised by a single mom who, didn't have the support she needed to really mother me. So by the time I was 15, I moved out of her home. And I lived with a boyfriend at the time. I fought my school board for better sex education. I fought my senator when he voted to repeal funding for Title X.
For sex education?
And I told him, why would you deny me the American dream? And I shared with him that birth control
was helping me to be successful, to go on to higher education, and now I'm on a full ride at Columbia University, the first of my family to go to college. And in large part that is because of access to birth control.
You guys mentioned that, there's, everyone has a bootstrap, and this is why feminism is
I'm Canadian,
really
so
topic to have in this particular
if they have laws that stop remove control from women about their own body, I do agree, fight for it. If you cannot abort because you're a female in your country, it's shitty. Here abortion is legal, and pills and everything, right? It's legal. So I cannot talk about other countries. If in your country don't have access to these laws, I do agree you should fight for it.
although my parents were quite successful, thankfully, but I grew up around.
Oops, I just
poverty.
smacked the mic,
I followed
sorry.
every single day. And so to come to this country, to have to start over and make something of ourselves, and I see immigrants when you say things like, oh, I was raised by a single mother, or most people don't have bootstraps. You're in America. That's like this is
the place to do
This is
it.
the place to do it. Find that boots, honey, and put it on.
No one's saying that there aren't
let's just
challenges.
find out.
We're saying that this is the best place
To do
to
it.
have that challenge.
And I quickly want
The challenges are not distributed equally.
Nobody said that.
Let me just somebody did.
To say that only women should make decisions about women's bodies is completely unrealistic. I have to believe that there is a future where that is possible. Well, of course there's a future. More women than ever are serving in our government. Of course there's a future. So of course women always have a seat at the table.
You're at Columbia. What are you? You moved out of Kentucky. You're at Columbia.
She said, of course there's a future, yes, but she said she hoped there was a future where there will be only women voting for women's rights. And it's like, imagine if we all of a sudden we go for women's particular body rights, I understand. Whatever. Can be only women's, I don't care, right? I'm not a woman. It's not gonna affect me in any way. So they can vote for themselves. It's either way. I do believe, like the other girl said, as long as you're professional about it and you know your subject. But I do agree that a girl know more. Even a girl specialist into woman's body will be better than a guy specialist in a woman's body. And she literally have the study. She literally live into what they're studying, so she know more than a man trying to understand. But of course, there is a lot of stuff that can be understood. But anyway, whatever.
When I graduated from UC Berkeley and I was in my lecture hall, there were 2 other black people, and it's 400 people in here. Like, that makes me uncomfortable.
It's not that we look at everything through an oppressive lens, it's that
Oh yeah,
that
the oppressive
allow-
lens. I do agree with this one. But she said it's not but to me it's more like it is.
society to continue to oppress us. A friend of mine had to travel across state for an abortion. She had the ability to select between paying for her disability, the things that she needs for her disability, or traveling for an abortion.
Yeah, she's right. That
you
one
don't
sucks.
have to think about that.
It was a decision to have sex. Like you said, she can be raped and anything. I don't agree that there is place that you should not be able to do anything you want with your own body. That one, I do agree, sucks.
No, then I agree with you.
Okay, I shouldn't have to,
But she's like, okay, if she's raped, that's fine. But if she's not raped, no. No matter what, if you want to abort, you can abort, right?
Tell you that
And
story.
abortion, that's my own way of seeing the things. But no matter what affect your body, you should have choice over it.
For you to understand that there are certain things that you have not experienced that oppress other people. Oh, okay, you're just traumatized enough for me to understand that maybe things are hard.
Feminism that doesn't include
Feminism that does not include trans women is not feminism. Okay, let's think about this one. How much people will move? Okay, so I've seen on the side of the feminism, there is at least one girl that is strongly saying. Remember when the girl did the joke here, the third girl, when she say I identify as a male, and she said, this girl, I mean, I don't see her face, but I think it's her. She said like, oh well, then you're a man. So that girl will for sure go ahead because she's a pro, like trans movement, if you want, LGBTQ thing. So she's gonna say that trans women are females, and yeah. All right. Anyway, I don't think this one will go. Feminism that does not include trans women is not feminism. That does not include trans women is not feminism. The problem. Okay. I will start with saying what to me is feminism. For me, feminism, if you exclude like the extremist ones, but the definition of feminism is like everyone should be equal, right? So if you ask me, the answer is clearly feminism doesn't include is not feminism. That's definitively a no, right? It does not matter, like trans woman, men, trans men, whatever you want to be, non-binary, anything, you're still part of feminism. Well, I guess non-binary would be excluded from the equality of sex. I guess maybe non-binary would not work, but being a man or a woman should be still both in feminism. So if you're a trans woman or trans man, you're still technically something. You're not an outside of the scope. So yeah, personal opinion, that sentence is weird. It's going back to the nowadays feminism, the definition, if you want, the shift definition where being a girl make you like you need to be a girl to be feminist. It's kind of what it implies here. It'd say like you need to be a girl anyway. So it will depend how they see it. So I for sure think that feminism that doesn't include trans women is not feminism. They will agree. I think three of them will go and one of them will go.
Trans woman isn't feminism.
Oh, the four of them. I was close. It was 4-1 and not 3-1.
It's really important to include trans women and trans people and gender non-conforming people. Which, by the way, I am gender queer myself. I don't actually.
Oh, she's a gender queer.
They identify as a woman. It's really important that those of us who do have.
For someone that does not identify as a woman, she sure does look like one.
Have privileges, like speak up for trans women in the community, especially because they're the most at
Like,
risk.
controversial opinion, but I feel like a lot of people like to label themselves with a lot of different things as much as they can, just to show that they are part of it, just to show like they're there with everyone, like they're accepting everyone, and to have attention also. Queer mean like you're not. It's like non-binary kind of. What is queer? I mean, let's see. The word describes sexual gender identify other than straight or cisgender. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender may all identify with the word queer. Sexual and gender identity other than straight and cisgender. What do you mean with gender identity? Queer is being weird. It's an umbrella term for people who are not hetero or are not cisgender, but these are two different things, right? Well, I know that's the same thing, meaning strange or peculiar, queer claim to be, but hetero or not cisgender. So cis white male is basically someone that like hetero person. So anyone that is lesbian, gay, bisexual, and trans may all. Okay, so queer just mean you're not straight. from what I see. That's not the way but anyway.
Like, as a woman, it's really, you're queer myself. I don't.
But she's a gender queer, so she don't identify as woman. In our case, she gender queer is something different now. So she's just gender fluid. My end is whatever. It's a memoir, but I don't know. Whatever. Let's say that's what she's saying.
It's really important that those of us who do have privileges, like, speak up for trans women in the community, especially because they're the most at risk for hate crimes.
I also want to just level set and say that we are having this conversation without trans women. Right? We are sitting here today having
Do we
this
know that?
conversation
For sure.
I identify as trans. I'm not.
I identify as a trans woman. What?
She's non-binary and she's on a feminist panel. So maybe she doesn't belong here either. They don't belong here.
Plot twist. I am biologically female and I'll never deny that.
Okay, so she's biological female, but she identifies as a trans woman, which make her like, if she were to be a trans woman, you need to be biologically born male, and then switch to female. But she identifies as a trans female, but she's a female biologically.
I lived as a woman for most of my life. I am 31.
Honestly, like I said, these people like attention. I don't want to be mean, but
A couple of years ago, I spent a lot of time, the majority of my life in these spaces with women. That does give me a kind of unique perspective now being a trans non-binary person.
now being a trans non-binary person. What is wrong with those? Imagine being a trans non-binary person. Like how far can you go? Trans man mean you used to be a female and now you're a male. Trans female, you used to be a male and now you're a female. It's transitioning. Wow. But how can you define a trans non-binary person? It can be any sex basically, but you're becoming a non-binary person? Why are you transitioning? Because non-binary are not really needed to move. Like, I don't know, non-binary is not just like you don't identify as anything. Do you need to change yourself for that? Is there a proper way to be? Do you have to transition to that?
There's an issue with categorizing womanhood as a means of female. Earlier it was mentioned by somebody on the Instagram side about trans women coming in and taking over.
Wait. Now she's saying, look at that. Earlier it was mentioned by somebody on the anti-trans side, because anti-feminists are also anti-trans. That's now together. It's the same term.
On the anti-trans side, about trans women coming in and taking over sports and things like that, which...
Oh wait, maybe she's talking about a previous video. Maybe they filmed a lot of videos in the same day. Maybe they did an anti-trans one. Yeah, they did a video about that. She's probably talking about that. My bad. But wait.
Trans side, female. Earlier it was mentioned by somebody on the anti-trans side about trans women
coming in over sport and things like that, which is not true. Well, it is true. Trans women are beating all the biological women in the sports. We're watching controversy. It's the day that you're not gonna watch me anymore the line, because you're gonna be like, oh no, Sup is talking about that. Finally got the legendary fish in Sunset Shore. I got it too, look. But it's not that hard to get, it's only 1 on 800. I had it a couple of times, I think. Can we... I don't know. You lost track. Okay, the video itself is does feminists include trans women? Female feminists versus anti-feminists. Right now we actually on the feminism that doesn't include trans women is not feminism.
Not true.
But you cannot say, yeah, there we go, that is true. Yes, that is true. You cannot say that a trans woman does not have, especially when there is a spectrum, right? You can be a trans woman for a year. You can be a trans woman for 20 years. If you're a trans woman for like, it should at least have a minimum of amount of years, right? If you've been trans woman for 1 year and you compete in 2 sports, you should not be allowed to compete. There is a reason why men and women are separated into sports. Interesting takes, we are currently in too many labels, exactly. All I need is the magma basin fish and I got all the fish in the game. Nice. Well, I'm not trying to get legendaries right now. I'm just trying to get to finish the diamond rod. Do you have the diamond rod, Leaf?
It's not.
It is.
It's
I can
not.
show you a number
I
of
can
cases.
show you
There
a
might be
number of
people that also
signs.
haven't.
No, I
Men
can show
retain,
you an
sorry, trans women retain 30% of.
There you go. She's like, I can show you whatever you can show. Like, what the heck? You don't need to show me numbers. Like, it's just common sense. Come on, man. Be like Leaf. All he needs are his fishes. I'm just watching videos of the line. I just happened to be on this one, but I watched like 2 others before that.
Of their biological advantage.
Not in the stream, but
If they went through male puberty, yes it is.
That is
Yes it is.
That is
Let's
not.
not argue it. It's not even.
that's not argue because I mean that's the thing. When you hit a wall like that, you're not gonna put sense into someone that does not want to, you know. So this one, they're just. Do you guys? This is an actual term. I don't think that's the actual term. Because you made a lot of mistake in it.
We're not gonna argue about that.
Because you're wrong.
If you
Because
are
you're
a
wrong. Hey, shut up.
woman and you walk out in the world and you are seen as a man, you do not belong in women's spaces. I don't care what anybody says. I think that's ridiculous.
She's right. Like, if I decide that I identify as a woman right now, okay, I identify as one. So, based on their opinion, I can be a woman. Now I can go to a woman bath. I can go to a spa or whatever. I can go inside the woman bathroom. And I can just go whatever I want. If I get arrested, well, sorry, police, Mr. Cop. I identify as a woman, so doesn't matter if I have a, something else down there. I identify as a woman, so you cannot arrest me. I can go shower with women and stuff. I still have the gold rod, but I'm like 2 quests away from diamond. Yeah, but being 2 quests away from diamond is not even the big part.
And even trans women that have gender dysphoria that go through transition will agree with me.
This makes me so
Yeah,
mad.
like she said, and then trans women that are doing the transition do agree. At least there is some people that still have common sense.
In this conversation. We go back over that if you really want to.
There we ending the conversation, of course.
We took all of that off this here.
Mine is straightforward. You are born a woman, you stay a woman. There is no. Nah, I mean, I don't want to say you cannot change your gender. You can. But I'm just speaking about sport, right? You can change your gender, but you just have to at least tell someone when that you did change gender, like your partner, right? If you have a partner, you should not be lying. You should say what it is. I was a girl, I was a man, I'm now a man, I'm now a girl. You can still transition, I believe, personally, but not with sports. I mean, don't go like 1 year into transition and go professional sports, right? Let's say the best weightlifter right now transition to a woman and go compete with women's. I don't believe that. But you can transition. Other than that, if your gender does not affect your professional life, it does not give you more money, right? You do whatever you want, but as long as you're at least clear on what you're doing after. That's what I'm worried about. I don't want no man near my daughter if she's using the toilet. Exactly. You can change gender. Well, gender is now used as a different things. You cannot change biological sex. You cannot change your DNA. Okay, there should be new terms, I guess, but I do agree. I mean, I think that your born sex can be changed, but your current sex can be, if it makes sense. But it can, with the current technology, it cannot be done. But imagine we had perfect technology, right? And we could literally like switch someone to a perfect other gender. Like we had the medicine, we had the stuff to actually like replace everything, and that person now is exactly the same as a man. For example, biologically she would still be born a female, but right now she would be a man. I do agree with this. I think it's almost possible. It's not right now. Right now there's no possible like the. We don't have the technology to reach that. We don't have the knowledge / technology to reach that. So I mean, it's hard for me to say like it's all 100% a male, but it can be like 70% male, right? With the hormones and everything, it can still be really close to a man. But yeah, maybe you can change the made-up gender. But like changing sex, you can. You're always going to be a man or woman in reality once you're born that way. In real life, Avatar changed technology. Roblox.
Hey,
Yeah.
We're not talking about who
For Roblox, look at the line. The line is a perfect girl. That is supposed to be a guy. But yeah, for now, you're always gonna be a man or female, like I said. But if we had the means to do it, I think one day it will be possible to really switch. Totally. I think it might reach it or not. I don't know. But for now, you're right. For now, it's not possible.
can play sports with who. Can people exist as who they are?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but the thing with sport is there is a lot of money involved. So they're millionaire. They're receiving money for their achievement. That's why it's problematic.
Sounded like you were saying
If there was, but still, even if there was no money involved, right? Let's say you're doing like for fun, you're playing in a woman league. You play against women because you know it's gonna be fair, right? You like to play soccer, for example, football, call it the way you want. You want to play against people that have the same faculty as you, the same base, you know. But all of a sudden, half of the other team is now trans women. You're gonna be like, well, screw it, I'm not gonna be playing football anymore, right?
woman doesn't look like what you perceive as looking like a woman, they shouldn't be in feminist spaces.
I didn't say that. I said they shouldn't be in female.
The feminist spaces, as I said earlier, that sentence makes no sense in the first place. Feminism that does not include trans women is not feminism. Feminism should be about anyone. Everyone should have equal rights. So it should not matter if you're trans or whatever. So the sentence is just, it's a bad sentence. Should not be even, it's just like drama sentence, right? Let's bring drama. Let's include trans women to a subject that has nothing to do with trans women. Feminism should just be for all people. The definition is everyone should have equal rights. Well, I mean, the definition does say male and female, but after that, if you're trans woman or trans man, it doesn't matter. And right now it says just trans woman. It does not say trans people. So why is a trans woman all of a sudden can be more feminism? Like, why is feminism more applicable to a trans woman than a trans man? It should be equal to both of them. But it's on purpose. They say trans woman. Does feminists include trans women to make drama?
Okay. Not feminist space. Okay. I think women.
I disagree with that, but
That's fine. It makes sense.
Yeah, you guys
to
disagree for sure.
biologically classify people. It also makes
Yeah,
us
exactly. Biologically, what you're born. But okay, there is. Let me message my head for a bit. Sure, there is a thing though. And yesterday I watched the one about trans women and trans men. I mean, I think it was maybe just trans men actually. And the thing is, like, there is people that are transitioning for years, 20 years plus, right? And they really look like a man. So, and he had a good point, right? If you're looking like a man totally, on your card, your ID, you should be identified as a man. Like, let me show you. This is a video I watched yesterday, right?
Middle ground is a social.
Well,
Custody and all kinds of different.
this guy, yeah, this guy here, right? Is the one that said it. He is one of the first trans men. And you see the trans men, they're all like, except for one, they're all like far away in their, yeah. This guy here, on his passport, on his ID, it show men. Because imagine this guy going somewhere and he show his card and it say woman. Like, he cannot, it will just cause problems to him. Because he's looking, I would not date him, right? He's gonna be saying to his partner, okay, I used to be a female, blah blah. So as long as he's clear on that. But I do agree that it should be men on his ID, because it would be just worse for him if he did not. Anyway.
socially classify people. Let's say my friend told me about this thing, maybe that's my buddy. Love it.
Like, personally, I think you should be able to call someone with the pronouns that the person look like. Like, I said E couple times for this person because I do believe I should call him a E. He looked like a guy, right? So I'm calling him E. If you look like a girl, I'm gonna call you she. I'm not gonna say he or I'm not gonna say they. I'm not a big fan of that one. I'm gonna call you based on what you look like. Of course, if after that, some people are straight on the line, you know, not straight on the line, but like in the middle, they look like a girl, they look like a guy at the same time, and it's natural. In that case, I'm not gonna say anything right. The moment you speak to me and the way you behave, if then I see that you look like a guy or a girl, or you tell me, hey, I'm a guy, I'm a girl, and clearly, and just me being mistaken, I'm gonna call you correctly after that. But if you want me to call you he or she because you identify as something else,
Sit right here.
I would probably still do it, but I don't know. I feel it's weird.
Do I think she lives her life as a man? No. Like, we're talking about men making decisions for women as far as divorce is concerned. That's something she'll never experience. There are women who biologically cannot produce. There are females, people who find female, like, who biologically cannot produce. Are you saying that those female women should not be able to have say in those laws? That's not what I'm saying, no. I guess my main issue.
Luckily, I'm not a big streamer because this thing I would be receiving rocks or potatoes or something. With all I'm saying.
Being seen as women and not being seen as trans women. Is they're changing the definition of women and expecting everybody to go along with that. And that affects me, yes they are. And that affects me directly. You say trans
She's
women,
right.
Trans women are trans women. It's a very different experience.
They do change the definition of women
We're just gonna agree to disagree with that.
and
If you
men.
ask feminists at a women's march what a woman is, they can't even define it. How can you protect something and you have
Yeah.
something that
She's right. They all have a different definition, or they're gonna just go straight away, like she said earlier. Well, a woman is someone that identifies as a woman. Oh wow. Well, okay.
and you don't
Sure.
even know the actual definition of it.
Well, I will say J.K. Rowling called herself a feminist and was canceled for not being pro-trans, and which is kind of overtaking, reversing some of the work feminists have done in the past.
She's a billionaire.
She's a billionaire, so she cannot have an opinion.
Criticize her.
Fine. Because
fine.
her billionaire feelings are hurt.
Oh wow, that girl is so like. a billionaire feeling, or oh, I'm so sad for her. So now that if you have money, you're so as long as you have privilege, you have no rights. You just your opinion doesn't matter. I identify as one. Can I go to women's bathroom? Yes, you can. As long as you're really clear to the police that you didn't identify as a girl. I mean, depending of your states and everything, but yeah.
I'm so saddened for her. Feminist movement does not.
But she just clearly show like how she think. Jealousy. She's rich, therefore she cannot be sad. She cannot be affected by other opinion. Like she just shown a side of her that just basically show what she's trying to do. She's just trying to oppress people that she believes has more rights than her. Kind of.
Not allow anyone to have any other.
Like, boo hoo hoo, she has money. I don't, so I can just criticize her.
But what if that mean though? Because she's allowed to have that opinion, and she still makes a bunch of money. She does.
What do trans women?
What's the point with her making money? Just make a LGBT. Yeah, you're right. They should do that.
Take away from women.
They should make a trans bathroom. So it's basically just a mixed bathroom, but you put trans on it, and there you go. Whatever you're coming from, go inside of this. Yeah, I mean, you might even form couple with this, right? Does trans man love trans women? Because let's say they're not totally transition, right? They still have their organs. Wait a second, let me think. No, I mean, multiply by -1 twice and put back to a positive, right? So if a straight man like a straight woman, a trans woman should like a trans man, right? Because if they have the same, if you're trans men, that means you like men. If you're trans woman, that means you like a woman. Maybe that doesn't mean like that, but it would mean most of it. If you're thinking like a straight man I should be, dude, that would cause so much drama. But then that would mean that you like the other side. So a trans woman should like a trans man. And I think that would make the best couples.
And in the feminist movement.
The definition of words and what that means and how that affects us directly.
Can you expand on that?
Yes, when you change the word woman legally, it has implications. Sexually, it has implications. It
I mean, your quest now, I'm going to be stuck here for a while. Yeah.
Women have changed throughout history, throughout different cultures. Indigenous people have had different.
But honestly, I'm almost done. Look, almost done. Couple hours and I will be done.
Specifically has 8 different genders.
Like 4 more Jubilee videos and I should be fine, right?
That for over 3,000 years, anybody's culture that does not agree with your perception and your worldview, because you hold so highly onto your identity and you see it as an attack on who
so
you are.
All on sexual orientation.
Feminists as a
But
whole.
it's nothing to do with sexual.
It has exactly to do with sex. When you change the word woman and a lesbian is a woman that is attracted to women, how is that?
So does not has anything to do with sex abuse? Okay, what happens if you rape someone as a man, but then you say I identify as a woman? All of a sudden, what happened? Will you have less charge? Is this the new insanity played? How do you say that? Like, can you just, instead of saying I am insane, I will have less year in prison because you are insane. Now you can say, well, I could not rape her. I mean, that was just my bad, but I'm a trans, woman, so therefore a woman cannot rape another woman as much as a man would be. I know I have something down there, but that should not have damaged her as much because I don't identify as a man. I mean, okay, that's a joke here. Of course, that's a really controversial joke, sorry, but I would not handle stream or video this way.
And not directly affecting us.
What defines a woman
Okay,
is being born with biological women's parts,
there we go.
and that is what a woman is.
And now I agree with her. And now they're gonna say, like, well, you could have a problem. You could have, like, how can I say that? There is people that are born with one arm, right? But it does not mean that they're not human because all of a sudden they have a special case that, okay, they have one less arm, so therefore they're not human anymore. So that's the same thing. If a girl were supposed to have a woman parts and she don't have it, but she also don't have a man part, but she look literally like a woman, I mean, it did happen. The female prisoner were XXX by trans. Wait, in a female prison, they sent a trans female, which is basically a guy identifying as a girl, that went to a female prison. Dude, that must be kind of like, if you're a criminal, of course, the dream. Like, if you have to go to prison, you better go into prison where every girls are females, and then you go to showers. You showers with like 15 females. You're like a guy inside the females like showers. Rip stream. My stream is done. Alright, so it does say in my live streaming section, your stream is no longer being blocked due to copyright issue. You're right about the word I did say, but it's not about the word. Did I say the word? Maybe I did. But I cannot watch Jubilee. So all the people doing reaction on them are having copyrights and they don't care, I assume. So I cannot be watching. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I think I might just shut down that stream and restart though, because this one will have a whole copyright. So I will restart. I will restart so the next one is fresh with no copyrights. Alright, see ya in a couple of minutes. Wait a second, let's finish. I am about to get one more fish and go to the next area. So let's wait. Let's wait I get 55 since I'm at 54 right now. 54 on 55. Let's wait till I get one epic fish, which is 1 chance on 33, which is not crazy, but let's wait I got this one before I go to the transitioning. You know what? The legendary might be a bigger problem than I thought, because you see, on this one, I did not get a single legendary. So I will have to come back. I need this. Let's put back Roblox sound. I guess we're gonna have to make our own drama. Okay, whatever. I will restart the stream. See you.